Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. Happy to have you. We're doing a crochet with me. Also, disclaimer, this camera is new to me, so I'm still trying to figure it out. So if I'm blurry or the lighting looks off, that's 100% on me. I have to figure it out. So bear with me in this like trial era, okay? So this is going to be a crochet with me as I prepare for summer. I have 3 summer related projects that I want to do in this video. And the first one is this really cute skirt wrap situation. Bikini cover, but also like cute layered on top of a skirt or a jean. So I want to make that. That's the first thing we're going to make. It's a free video tutorial. All 3 of these are free video tutorials. I'll link all of them in the description box below. I found this skirt one when I was looking for ideas for my ocean beach crochet idea video, and that's where I found this one. And the other thing I need to say is we have a no buying yarn ban. As of 2026, I pledge to not buy any more yarn. My cat's hissing at the other cat. Not to buy any more yarn or fabric, and that applies to this video as well. So I have to watch the video for the skirt, at least the beginning, for supplies, figure out what weight yarn we need, and then you and me are going to dig through my collection and find yarn for these projects, because I'm not buying any yarn. Okay, she said 6mm hook and acrylic yarn. She didn't say what weight, but I'm just going to assume weight 4. Because usually when people don't say, that's like the assumption. So this is where a majority of my stash is. So we have to find a color that I would want to use. Now we know that this can be used as like a skirt cover for like a bikini bottom, or as like a layering piece on top of a longer skirt, like in some of the pictures I've seen. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm mostly going to use it for, because that will determine what color I pick, as well as what colors I have as options. So I don't love this color, but I'll put it to the side. And then I have a really dark brown. Again, not like a huge fan. Maybe we look at my skirts and see what my skirts look like, so we can pick a color that looks best with that. I also have this gold yellow. That's the other thing. I don't really know how much it's gonna take, so I don't know if I should choose something that I have a full skein of, or I could get away with something like this, because this would be a pretty good color. It's like a nice brown. I've decided that I'm just gonna try and chance it with this brown color, because if I'm being completely honest, it's the only color I could see like myself wearing. So we're just gonna hope that I have enough of it. And if I don't, then I don't. Then we're gonna have to substitute and find another color that goes with it, or just redo the project. So let's hope I have enough. I may end up stitching 2 different colors together if we run out, but I just know for a fact I want this to be one of them. So let's get started.
No preference. This time I'm going to do a white bead and then this darker blue. Slide it on.
She said it should have a triangle look, and I think we're doing it right, at least to me. This definitely looks like a triangle. Oh my gosh. I also got a cute little tripod to hold my camera better, so I'm getting used to that as well. But this is a very beginner friendly pattern. That's the other thing I'm kind of testing for you guys if you're new. Very beginner friendly. She basically explained like the first 5 rows, and then it's just repeating until it's as big as you need it. So I'm just going to watch some TV and keep going until hopefully I get it to where I want it before I run out of yarn. But I'll let you know what happens first. Okay, it's a few hours later. I didn't measure, I didn't try it on yet. I basically just crocheted until I ran out of the brown yarn. So we're at that point. I definitely think it's big enough, but I honestly just want to crochet until I ran out, because I wanted it to be kind of big, because I'm going to layer it on top of a patchwork skirt I have, which I'll show you when it's done. But part of this project is beaded tassels at the end. So I went through my beads and I found these. I think this is the ones I'm going to add on here. But since we ran out of this brown, I needed to find a similar brown, or at least one that I could put the beads through. I found this one. I don't love it, but I don't think I have another option. I think we're just going to have to settle and be okay with this. I don't even think you're really going to see it all that much. It's just to hold the beads. So I'm going to start attaching all of these to this side and that side, and then I will try it on for you. Okay, you guys, this is the finished wrap. My vision was that it would go over the skirt, but I'm not sure how I feel about it over the skirt. I'm just wearing a black top because I literally don't know what else to put here, but this is the vision. Do we like it? I know it can also be a swimsuit cover, which is probably what I'll use it for, but like, in being over the skirt, is it cute? I don't know. I'm gonna try it on with swimsuits, and if it's not too revealing, I'll show the camera, but if not, then this is what you're getting. Anyway, it did end up being like big enough. It kind of reminds me of like a pirate or like a mermaid, so it's kind of fun. And it would be a really cute piece to do if you're going to like a Ren fair. I don't know. I liked it. I think it's cute. And it worked up really quick. I did every other one, and then I kind of went back and added them when I had extra. I was a little worried I didn't have enough, but hey y'all, it's the next day. It has been a long day at work, but I'm home and I'm gonna spend the rest of the night crocheting. So let's do our second project for summer, which is a wasp nest. You're probably like, Paige, why are you crocheting a wasp nest? Because I am scared of those things, okay? I've been stung by one when I was a kid. Terrifying. I'm deathly afraid of them. I'm also sitting on my knees. Hold on, I gotta move. I'm deathly afraid of them. And there is this, like, I don't know if it's just a myth or like a legend, but they say that wasps don't hang out where they think another colony has already kind of like laid stakes. So if you have a fake wasp nest, they will leave you alone because they think, oh, there's another wasp family already living in this backyard. I'm gonna let Paige tan in peace. So that's really it, because I like to lay out in the sun and I have a pool, so I like to go swimming, but when there's wasps out, I get stuck inside because they scare me. So that's why I'm doing this. But also I have the perfect color for it because we're not buying any yarn. So I watched the video, the first part, and she says you're gonna need a 6.5mm hook, which by the way, I lost the one that I like. This is one of the many that I have, because when my family found out I crocheted, the first like Christmas I had after I started crocheting, everybody got me crochet hooks. So I ended up with like a bunch of different sets of the same size hooks. So luckily I always have at least 2 of everything. So when I lose one, I have another one. So we're gonna use a 6.5, and I picked this color out of my stash. Again, we're not buying any yarn. We're still on our 2026 no buying yarn ban. So I picked this out of the stash, and then I watched the video and she said we're actually double stranding. So I happen to have another one, and I think these are the exact same. This one might be a little different in shade, but they're basically the same, and we're gonna double strand these to make the wasp nest. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna fill it with because I kind of want it to like withstand rain, and I feel like if I put stuffing in it, it's not gonna withstand rain. So I'm thinking we put plastic bags in them, because I feel like plastic is probably better to have inside these things than like a stuffy filling, because if it gets wet, it's just gonna sag. Whereas I feel like the plastic, it won't absorb any water, and then the wasp will, like the nest will dry because the inside's not full of wet stuffing, if you're catching my drift. Now, I don't know what she stuffs it with. I haven't watched that far. I literally just watched what supplies I needed. So let's start crocheting and see if I can get this done tonight. I'm thinking of making 2 because my backyard's kind of, it's not big, but like I don't want to take any chances. I want to make sure the wasp sees the nest. So we're gonna make 2. We're gonna put one underneath the like eave of my backyard. I'll show you guys where I end up hanging them, and then I'm gonna put one further out near the pool so that the wasps stay away from the pool. Hopefully. Hopefully. I also started planting flowers, so I'm attracting everything, but I want the mean things to stay away. So let's crochet. Okay, y'all, I finished it. It's huge. There's definitely supposed to be some ridges right here, but I got carried away watching my show and did not crochet in the back loop, but it's fine. But this is the finished wasp nest, and I filled it full of Amazon bubble wrap packaging from a previous package I just got, and a grocery bag. So it's full of plastic and I'm gonna go find a place to hang it outside. Alright, so I've been scouring the internet for the third project. Princess, I'm right here. Princess. 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 She's holding her toy and crying because she wants to be let into that room. Because that's where my mom is. I have all of this really thin yarn, a bunch of small bundles of it that I haven't had anything to do with, and I've been scouring the internet for our third project, and I think I'm gonna make some variation of this like granny square tote bag that I'm seeing, but I'm just gonna freehand it, so we won't have a tutorial. I'm just gonna make squares and figure out how big I want the squares, how I'm gonna line them up, but it's gonna be a granny square bag. I just don't know what it's gonna look like yet, and I want to try and use as much of this yarn as I possibly can because it's just been sitting, and it's cotton, so it's a good beach bag material. Oh yeah, that's the goal. We're doing a beach bag, and then I'll probably line it when we're done. So I'm just gonna play around. I think I want to use all of these colors. I like this is like a sandy color, so that might be like the outlining of it all, but I want to stick with the bright colors for the actual squares, so I'll let you know when I have a couple squares done. I started working on the granny squares for the bag, and then my Kindle was kind of just sitting over here like off to the side, and I changed my mind, and I actually really just wanted to make a cover for my Kindle because I have one but it's old, and I kind of just wanted like a summer type cover for the beach and also for tanning outside. So I'm doing this bright granny square cover, and this is as far as I've gotten. So now I'm just kind of building up the top part, but again I'm just freehanding it because it's just granny stitches, but I'm just going to keep going until it reaches the top of my Kindle, and then I'm going to add a little tie at the top. Alright, so I finished crocheting the Kindle cover, and it is just about at the top of the Kindle. It doesn't fully cover it, but it's going to stretch a bit. And I did these little tassels to tie at the top. Now, there's a bunch of ends I need to weave in from all the color changes, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and crochet a lining because of all these gaps. Like, I can still touch the Kindle, and I want it to be a little more protected, so I'm going to weave in all the ends that are on the inside. Really, I think I'm just going to hot glue them because I can't really be bothered to weave them all in, but there's a bunch of them. Let me show you. Turn it inside out. But there's a bunch of ends, so I'm gonna hot glue them all, and then I'll show you how I line stuff like this. I just came in the craft room to sew the lining, and while I'm in here I want to show you the May rewards for the May Mail Club. So you get this cute punch card. This is the postcard print that I made. You also get one of these. You get a watercolor butterfly sticker as well. You get a word search from May, a piece of junk journal scrap paper on cardstock, and then of course the letter written by me. And I'm also throwing in some bonus butterfly stickers for everybody this month. So if you sign up before April ends, you can get the May Mail Club rewards, and you can just go to scaredycat.shop to sign up. Okay, so I low-key forgot that I was doing this as a tutorial. Basically, you just put your piece on top of fabric. Make sure there's 2 of them, and then you just put your piece, and then you just cut around it, and you kind of want to leave like a little bit of seam allowance. It doesn't have to be exact. It's going to be inside the bag, so it doesn't really matter. But you want to have more versus less because you don't want your bag to get smaller. So I just put this on top of 2 layers of fabric, cut around it, and then I flipped the top edge over a little bit. This is just going to make a nice lining seam at the top. And then I just clip it here. You can also iron it. I don't want to wait for my iron to heat up for such a small part. So I'm just clipping it. And then I'm going to sew down this side, the bottom, and the right side, and leave the top open. And then I'll show you how you actually attach it together. You should be looking at the right side of your Kindle cover, the pretty side. and you just sewed this closed on the edges. So now you're going to put this in here, and then all I really do is line up the edges. Put my hand in here to kind of like put the corners in the right spot. You just line up the edges and you sew with your sewing machine. It's that simple. And then you have a lining. So I'll show you. But basically, you just put this in your sewing machine and you sew. Fold it over and you sew all the way around. Now it's got a lining. And my Kindle fits perfectly in there, and now there's no gaps. It has a nice little lining. Cute. And that is the last crochet project for this Crochet With Me. So, like this video if you liked it, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.